Claudia, how are you?
Not too bad, thank you. For the time we live now, not too bad. And you, Tony?
I'm very good. Yes, I'm optimistic.
Oh, me too. I am optimistic.
Yes. So, my name is Tony Gonzalez. Tony,
Okay,
I'm from Made in Metal. I
okay.
would like to dare to interview you speaking Italian, but I lost my ability to speak Italian more than 20 years ago. And maybe you speak Sassarese or another language from the
Oh
island.
my. Ah, yeah, it's similar to your language, Sassarese.
That
Some words I think can be similar.
I prefer to use English. I think that you will prefer to. No,
Okay, yes.
there is something that I would like to ask you because
Mhm.
the name of the band is Souls of Diotima or Souls of Diotima.
This is a good question because sometimes in Italy is Diotima with this
Diot.
accent, okay, but sometimes someone said Diotima and other different accent. The correct is Diotima, Diotima.
Diotima. Souls of
Exactly,
Diotima.
exactly, perfect.
After knowing the band,
Mm-hmm.
I check on the name,
Yeah,
and after reading about Diotima,
yeah.
I thought that maybe the members of the band prefers platonic love instead of carnal love, or maybe I'm a little confused. No, could you tell me, please?
Oh, yes. The name, practically, Giorgio is who is the drummer and the founder and the manager of the band. In the middle of his university studies, because he's a doctor of philosophy,
Mhm.
so he decided with his brother to call it the band Souls of Diotima because Diotima was a Greek priestess mentioned in Platon's symposium. So she discussed with all the guests of the symposium uh, of the different topics, philosophical topics. And this is why Giorgio called the band in this way, because we try to do this in our music. So not only speak, of course, about philosophical topics, not necessarily, but sometimes yes, uh, but also because we speak philosophical topics in a lighter way. So in this way, the people can understand better what we try to tell to our listeners.
There are a lot of people that
Mhm.
when you tell philosophy, they run
Oh,
away.
yeah, of course, of course. I know, I know.
Is the band living in Sardinia right now?
Yeah, we all live in Sardinia. Yes, in different town, but in Sardinia.
Claudia, because I saw that the band understood the advantages of being part of the European community because
Yes.
you create Diotima Records in London and
Yeah.
Diotima Metal Fest in Paris.
Yeah. Yeah.
No?
Exactly. Exactly. The Diotima Records, we founded this record label for take care of us. This is the right sentence because in particular in this period of musical industry, I think it was the right decision because in this way we can take care of all things, all stuff about us, all our decision, all our album, all our style, all our presentation. So all things about us. Also, if we also have a management agency, so I hope to start to take care and help other bands from next year, I think 2021, COVID, if COVID allow us days. And so I think it's the right decision. This is I don't want say that if some record labels propose us something interesting, of course we can accept another purpose. So it's only for take care of us, in particular in this period, not for the not necessary for the future. In about Diotima, Diotima Metal Fest, this is another stuff. Uh, this started from one fan who lived in Paris and who uh, has an illness, is sick because he has morbid of Parkinson, so is a really sad thing. But he decided to invite us, and so we thought about something special for him and for our fans in Paris. So we created this for help the research against Parkinson. So it was a great experience because there were an atmosphere, a particular atmosphere also because of the audience, and so it was perfect. And we hope to organize the second edition. So what great was great.
I think that this fan will be really grateful. I was thinking that, for example, it's easier for the metalhead to go to Paris instead
Yeah.
of Sardinia or something like that.
Oh,
Yes, I was
yes.
thinking just in more, as you say, logical, not logical, because your reason was very logical. I was thinking in more commercial view when you
Oh,
create the festival in Paris. However, your land is not far from your heart because
yes.
I checked that in the new city, and
Mhm.
now I will tell the say. I will say Janas is correct.
Janas
Janas.
with Janas.
In Janas, you continue the concept of the previous CD, Sorceress Reveals, Atlantis, and
Exactly. Yes.
there are songs about traditions and legends from Sardinia.
Yes.
Yes. Let me tell you that some traditions are not very different from Gaelian tradition here in Spain.
Ah, really?
Yes, they are not so different than some Cuban traditions and legends, because I was born in Cuba. That is another island in the Caribbean Sea. But do you think that traditions and legends from Sardinia are a subject of interest in general for the audience, and why?
I think yes. Uh, Also because Sardinia, our homeland, has something special to say the people. Has a kind of atmosphere, fantastic atmosphere, and I think is interesting, and I think it's interesting also because another reason, important reason, uh, about our first single was released on December 4, the Black Mask. This is an issue interesting for the international people because it's about Mamutones. Is a figure, and the people come in Sardinia to see them because here we create a sort of also interesting thematic because Mamutones is half human and half animal. So it's interesting also because he has a black mask. He has a cowbells on his skin. So he has a rhythmic melody because of his passage. He warned about his passage with these cowbells. So people is so interested in these things. And I noticed that someone already know about Mamutones, for example, but also about Janas, about the title.
There was a special song to me that is the Princess of Navarro, and
Ah, wow.
not because I'm Spanish, because as I told you, I'm Cuban. It's because of the way you sing the song And
Good.
I would like to ask you
Mhm.
about the song and how did you face the melodic line of the lyrics?
Mhm. Okay, this is a good question because it's the first ballad of the album, and I love this song too so much because create an atmosphere, a feeling inside of me. Also, if the story is about a princess and is set in a small town called Santa Maria Navarrese near Nuoro in Sardinia. But for me, seeing the song is a unique sound. When created, the vocal line was so much intensive. So, and I when I read the story, because Giorgio is the main lyricist, but we participated also with the vocal line. And I read the story, and for me is interesting. And we are very proud to present this song because it is a story of the Princess of Navarra and her escape to be with a servant because she fallen in love with him, but her father didn't agree with that relationship. So the princess manages to escape from the tower of the castle where the father put her, and so faces storms and sea together with her love, and so stay together because after uh, the town where they landing take her name, so Santa Maria Navarrese from Princess of Navarra. So it's beautiful song, great song. Also, in from a point of view of vocal line, my vocal, yes, is air song.
When I listen to this song, I think about the next question. For
Mm-hmm.
example, Giorgio Pina give you the lyrics, and for
Mm-hmm.
example, when he give you the lyrics, does he tell
Mm-hmm.
you how to sing the melody line or you select the melody?
But it depends. In this case, he told me how he made that I sing the song, but after I can put overall my stuff, my feelings, my emotions. So generally, yes, he structured the vocal line, but I put my feeling when I sing the vocal line. So in reality, not only in the Princess of Navarra, but in general in all songs, because probably he studies. So when he wrote some lyric, he already had in mind the vocal line in the strophe, in the chorus, in the bridge. So I learn the vocal line, but I take the vocal line for me because I want to put my stuff, my feeling, and my emotion inside.
And Princess of Navarra is a very emotional song.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
that I like it a lot. There is another song that I
Mm-hmm.
like it a lot that is Mediterranean Lane.
Ah,
So
really?
there are some instrumental moments that listening to
Mm-hmm.
the music, I can imagine the rough
Mm-hmm.
sea over the shores of Sardinia in a
Mm-hmm.
stormy afternoon or stormy night. So
Mm-hmm.
please, could you tell me anything else about this
Oh,
song?
of course. Mediterranean Lane instead was created with the idea of describing a speed sailing journey and is perhaps the most musically descriptive song. So it's certainly the most symphonic track also, uh, compared to our early albums, the orchestra, because there is orchestra in this song, is never intrusive. Instead, is on service of the music. So forming a sort of question and answer between orchestra and guitar riff. So it's really we want to give the effect of a continuous race. I don't know if I can explain in a good way, because we are speaking about conquest of new lands. So we want to listener to imagine this. We talk about the warriors of the sea, so definitions, conquerors of land, and so a race from the Mediterranean crossing Europe. So it's interesting also for this because we are immersed in nature, and so nobody knows if we come back alive from this journey. So it's interesting, and musically it is solid and strong with the guitar riff, with a strong rhythmic support. So I think it's a good track.
Tell me, why did the band decide to call the CD Janas?
Like you said before, we want to continue the second and I think the final chapter of a journey that began with the Sorcerer Livius Atlantis. And so we, at the end of the composition of the Sorcerer Livius Atlantis, we thought that the right direction is continues to tell our fans, our audience, uh, to speak about much more of the Sardinian legends. So we thought that Janas, because Janas are legendary here in Sardinia, could be a good title. And so I think that in Janas, we speak about our tradition, about our homeland, our feelings, our smells, our atmosphere, because it's particular. Is because we wanted share with other our culture. So it's important because also Janas, I think someone know what Janas are, but I don't know, but is the title track, so it's important. And we choose this as the title track because is with the Black Mask the best representation of the our essence as the band. This is one of the most also metal track. So I
Yes.
think we continuous changes in atmosphere from very fast rhythms and more open pause and a chorus that never leaves your head. So I think it was a good choice.
The Black Mass, I saw the lyric video. So, are you going to release another video in the next months?
Oh, yes, another single, but I don't want to reveal
Okay,
the song, but yes, of course, yes. I think in the first days of January. So, yes.
okay, before releasing the CD.
Exactly. Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
So, and what are the plans after releasing the CD?
Ah, I hope that the plans can be come back on tour for promoting our new album because we decided to not realize any streaming live because also of this situation. So it's difficult to get and achieve a good live show in this situation. So we prefer wait until it's possible come back on tour, on 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 travel with other people to meet other people in person and not on the PC. So I think this is the plan. We didn't do a definite plan because of situation. So we will see how coronavirus go next year.
Mm.
Maybe with the vaccine could be better, but I don't know. So instead of postpone the tour a million times, I think it's a good idea wait until we know something more clear about that. But we counted, we guess to come back on tour, of course, the maybe in autumn 2021, I think.
Okay, so are you confined in Sardinia or there is no confinement there?
Here, no. And also, here, also, if we live in near town, because our towns are near, but it's impossible also have a car travel since arrive in the other town. Also because now, because there are Christmas holidays, now I think the government, the Italian government, will decide not another lockdown, but maybe something similar to lockdown. So I think also arrive in another city, in another town can be impossible. Also um, for go to our family, to visit our family. I think it will not possible. So no.
But Claudia, this was basically our interview. If you
Mhm.
want to say something to the Spanish fan, this is the moment.
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
okay.
Okay. I want to say, okay, to stay safe, obviously. And I want to say another thing because we never come in Spain. So maybe the next year can be the right occasion to do a great tour, a great festival in Spain. And so I want also to tell them to follow us in social media, so on Facebook, on YouTube channel, on Twitter, on Instagram, on our official website, and also uh, see and check the pre-orders of our album because it's already available. So
Let me tell you that when I listen the CD, I listen the previous CD and this
yep.
CD. The new CD like me more even than the other. But the best part
Fantastic.
is that you sing extraordinarily, and
Thank
I
you.
like it a lot. So, as you know, it was me, Tony Gonzalez from Made in Metal, and talking to Claudia Barsi. Claudia
Exactly.
Barsi from Sons of Diotima. A
Exactly.
spectacular band. And the new CD, perfect. So,
Thank you.
bye bye.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you to you and all your staff.